I wish you bluebirds in the spring to hear your song, a song to sing, and then a kiss. More than this, I wish you love.
Welcome to the Forgiveness Solution Podcast. I'm your host, Reverend Misty Time. So happy you could join me today. You can find the Forgiveness Solution Podcast right here at the Sacred Stories stream. Also, at sacredstoriesmedia.com, there is a wealth of yummy knowledge just waiting for you. Everything from Sacred University to a brand new magazine, Owl, Wit and Wisdom for Now. Also, you'll find great authors with their books right there just for you. And I have a wonderful announcement. I can hardly wait to tell you. That's probably why I want to talk about gratefulness today. Well, let's get started. First of all, we're going to talk about being grateful, what it is, and why we should do it. Being grateful in just that single moment, and also the long-term benefits of being grateful your whole life. We're also going to talk about being grateful in the tough times. You know, in your forgiveness journey, it's not easy. It's hard to be grateful when someone has hurt you, betrayed you, or something bad has happened in your life, whether it be an illness or death of a loved one, loss of a job. So many reasons to be sad and not very grateful. First of all, I want to share my big news with my Forgiveness Solution listeners. I'm so excited to share with you that my book, The Forgiveness Solution, a step-by-step process to help you let it go, is now available. You can go ahead and pre-order it right there on Amazon. I don't think I've ever had such an exciting moment. See the book right there on the internet, right under Amazon, where I usually order socks and birthday presents. Sure enough, my book is right there. I could not be more grateful. I'm grateful for all the people that helped me get to this point. My friends, my family, my amazing graphic artist, Michelle Winterstein. You're going to see her work and you're going to be blown away. She was able to take my ideas, what I really wanted to express, and add color to it. And I hope it just brightens your day. Also, to my publisher right here at Sacred Stories. They believed in me from the beginning, even when at times I didn't believe in myself. That's why I'm so grateful today. Also, I had a birthday. Yep, another trip around the sun. I'm very grateful. Why? Well, sometimes it's hard when you start getting up there. I'm over 50 and I'm grateful. Why? Because there's a lot of people in my family who didn't make it that far. They died of cancer or unfortunately killed themselves and they didn't get to see that next day. I know they're enjoying their beautiful spiritual rewards, but I sure miss them. And how grateful I am that I had them in my life. In the Forgiveness Solution, you will also hear wonderful stories of being grateful for the journey. In our forgiveness journey, we have to be grateful for our strength, the fact that we're learning from something. Not that the thing happened to us in the first place. Oh my goodness. It's hard to be grateful that we got cancer, but you can be grateful for all the lessons and the people, something that came out of it. And that's what's so important about gratitude. In my research about gratitude, I learned a lot, and it kind of lines right in order with the benefits of forgiveness. Gratitude makes people like us more because it's nice to be around somebody who's positive about their life, even when bad things have happened. And in a wonderful blog on happierhuman.com, they actually list 31 benefits of gratitude. Now, I'm not going to go through all 31 benefits, but I do want to talk about some of those. Also, a wonderful book called The Grateful Life. It's by Nina Lorowitz and Mary Beth Sammons. I highly recommend it. It is a wonderful, yummy book that talks about gratitude and why we should be grateful. And gives us some good how-tos and some wonderful practices. I love practices. Anything that looks like a ceremony, I'm all in. And they list some great ones for you. All right, what is gratefulness? According to the dictionary, gratefulness is feeling warm or deep appreciation of kindness or benefits you received. It's being thankful. It's thankful for what somebody has done for you or something you have in your life. It's the outward expression of your innermost thoughts. Really, being grateful has a lot to do with how we think. Also, according to that wonderful blog I mentioned, gratitude or being grateful makes people like us more. Wow, I love it when people like me. I will tell you that it is much easier to be around somebody who is positive, outgoing, and even in the tough times can find a nugget of gratefulness. And that can be very difficult. It can take practice. So go ahead and practice. So when you're having a good day, practice gratefulness. When you're having a bad day, try to practice gratefulness. Also, gratitude increases our spirituality. Now, some people are able to see God better when they're grateful for the hand of God in our life. Or in society, it has nothing to do with religion really, but you can be more grateful for good luck, right? For things that kind of went your way. Someone who stepped in and helped you out, whether it be something little, like letting you onto the freeway, or something big when you were sick and someone showed up with chicken soup. You're not only grateful for the chicken soup, but you're grateful that other people took the time out of their day to help you, or think about you, or send you a little note. You know, Facebook gets a bad rap. It really does. But Facebook can be so positive because friends and loved ones can send you positive birthday wishes, like just yesterday when I got all those wonderful birthday wishes. And also, when you're having a down time, if someone you love has passed, you get wonderful notes of support. It's a connection. Gratefulness is part of connection. I'm grateful for all my connections. How about you? Gratefulness also makes us less self-centered. When we're grateful, we're looking out. We're looking at the past and we're looking towards the future. We're looking at all the things that we have or that things that have been brought to us. And that can be emotional, it can be actual physical things. It can be the house you're sitting in or the car you drive or the job you have or the people around you. It makes you less self-centered because you're looking past yourself for all the wonderful things that are in your life. You can have more optimistic attitude. When you're grateful for what you have, you can expect to have more great events in your life, more great things, more great people. And that makes us more optimistic. It's that glass half full. Well, maybe even overflowing. Instead of the glass half empty, pessimistic view. Gratefulness can do a lot for us. And on your forgiveness journey, the piece that you need to try to grab, even when a situation isn't going well, or unfortunately somebody has hurt you or betrayed you, or situational forgiveness when you're trying to forgive something that has happened to you, whether it be an illness, a car accident, something like that. Hard to find gratefulness in there. You have the strength to get through it. Be grateful right there. Start with that. Or start with the fact that there are people that you do not have to forgive. There are situations you don't have to forgive. How many are there? Be grateful for that. So many things to be grateful in our life, but I can tell you, I know I've been there. When things aren't going well, the last thing you feel is grateful. You feel pretty ticked off or sad, or it feels like the world is out to get you. It's very hard to be grateful. I have a little test for you. Yep, just a little one. If you're going through a tough time right now, go ahead and write this down. What am I grateful for even in this tough situation? And if you're going through a great time right now, think about a tough time. Be retrospective. How are you grateful now that you made it through that situation? What did you learn? It's how you look at things. It's about changing your perspective. Some other great pieces about being grateful. Gratitude increases your energy level. When you're feeling happy, it's much easier to get out and even do your chores. Do the things that aren't so fun because you feel happy. When you're feeling bad or sad or you feel like the world's out to get you, kind of don't even want to get off the couch. Well, part of feeling grateful is helping your heart heal. The emotions change. You're feeling grateful, which is a warm, wonderful feeling, versus a sad feeling. Being grateful can increase your energy. You feel better, so you're for doing more things, whether it be just getting through your day, and you can be grateful that you did. Gratitude helps you live longer. Yep, according to some of the studies, sure enough, people who are more grateful live longer. So the grumpy, the world's out to get you attitude isn't good for you, both physically and mentally. Gratitude can also make memories, yes, your past events, happier. If somehow you are grateful for something that happened in your memory, you're going to be happier. A really good example. My twin brother and I, we really didn't get along. We were two different people. Well, when we were young though, we were each other's best friend. He was my buddy. We did everything together. We were born together. We learned to walk together. We had our own twin language. I'm grateful for that. It makes my memories of him very happy. He passed just about 2 years ago, and I can tell you that I feel so happy when I remember us as young kids playing and running around and doing all the things that young kids do. He was my first best friend. I'm so happy when I remember those moments in my life. I am so grateful for him then. It takes away some of the pain and unfulfilled expectations that I had on my forgiveness journey about my brother. And gratitude, get this, can make you look better. Well, we all know that when you're happy, you're smiling. If you feel better about a situation, if you can find that nugget of gratitude, you're going to look better. Sure enough, gratitude can make you look better. Who needs to go get a facelift? Just be more grateful for everything in your life. Gratitude can also improve your decision making. And I talk about this in our forgiveness journeys. We learn from our past. Well, gratitude can help you understand that when you make decisions, even if it doesn't go well, you can still be grateful for the learning. You can also make better decisions because you've learned from the other ones, you've acknowledged it, you're grateful for that, and now you're making better decisions. So yes, gratitude can help you make better decisions. Well, I've mentioned a lot of amazing benefits for being grateful. Not just looking better, but feeling better, making better decisions, and of course, understanding that even in the tough time, if you can find that little piece, that little sliver of gratefulness, it's going to help you move forward. I have a really great quote I want to share with you. We are only said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Being grateful of our treasures. Yes, that makes you more alive. That's why people want to be around you, by the way, if you're more grateful for all the situations. That doesn't mean you have to talk about all the things that ever happened to you or talk about the bad stuff so you're grateful for the happy stuff. You can just be happy and grateful for the things that happened in your life. How about your children? How about your spouse? How about your parents? What about your job right now? What are you grateful for? If it's not a job that you really like, and we've all had those, you can go ahead and be grateful for the fact that you get a paycheck that helps support you, that gives you a roof over your head and food in your refrigerator. Or the fact that you're grateful that this situation, this job, is going to help you get to your next job. Maybe that's the dream job you always wanted. And if it hadn't been for this one, you would never get to the next one. In my research, I found it really interesting that we are grateful at the beginning of something and then not so grateful later. There's actually a name for it. Hedonic adaptation. Hedonic adaptation. There's actually a name for it. Hedonic adaptation. Okay, what does that mean? That the effect over time is worn off. We get used to stuff, so we're not as grateful. Do you remember when you got your first car and you were so grateful? Oh, it was the best car ever. Didn't matter if a Ferrari pulled up next to you. My first car was a Pinto. Yes, a long time ago, green Pinto wagon with wood sides. I was 17 years old and I was so grateful for that little car. Now I would not want that car. I would not be grateful for a Pinto. So obviously we get used to stuff and we're not as grateful. Sometimes we have to go back in our memories, and we talked about memories earlier, is that we have to go back and feel what it was like to be that grateful. How about the house you live in now? Do you remember when you moved in? How excited were you? Are you still grateful for that? Are you still grateful for all those wonderful things? How about your spouse or your significant other? Remember when you were first together, you could not have been more grateful for them. Are you grateful for them now? Do you show them that you're grateful? Do you tell them that you're grateful? Another activity that I think is great, not just writing down, earlier I had you write some stuff down about being grateful, but this is actually keeping a journal, an affect journal, right? Effect of gratefulness on your life. It's a simple 5-minute a day situation. The end of the day, before you close your eyes, go ahead and write down what you are grateful for that day. Now, I am someone who loves activities and loves ceremony and loves all those wonderful little things to remind myself, but I have a hard time sticking to something over long term. So just try to do it for a week, maybe 2 weeks if you're really ambitious. Write down in your journal, your grateful journal, every night before you go to bed, what you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be long, a couple sentences. Then at the end of the week, go ahead and look back at that. These are things that you do every day that you forget to be grateful for. So many things in our life, not just the big things. Yes, recently I've been experiencing big gratefulness because some big things have happened. Not only my birthday and my book, but my son and his wife told me I'm going to be a grandmother. So amazingly grateful. Deep down in my heart, grateful that I get to be a grandmother. What does that mean in my life? Oh, all the thoughts and wonderfulness, the cute babies. I can't hardly wait. I am grateful. I'm grateful for my son and I'm grateful for his wife. I'm grateful for the tough times when my son was younger. Because look now, he's a grown man. He's going to be a father. Deep gratefulness. I'm grateful for my spirituality. How about you? Do you see God's hand in your life? It's kind of like going through the Grand Canyon. I've used this example before. If you're going down into the Grand Canyon on a donkey, it's hard to see the beauty of everything. Of course, we see the beauty right in front of us, but long-term beauty. You know when you can see that beauty of the Grand Canyon? When you fly over the Grand Canyon. All of a sudden, it all makes sense. It's all connected. You also see the amazement of the connection, right? You're more grateful for the time that you were on the donkey, that you were down in the middle of it. You can see it overall. In our life, when we look at things long-term, we can tend to be more grateful. That's why it's important to keep a journal, even for a week or 2 weeks. Go ahead and try it. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to know what you think. Did it work for you? Are you more grateful? And if you're on a forgiveness journey, if you're working on forgiving someone, it can be really difficult if somebody has been abusive to you or you're in the middle of a divorce to be grateful for them in any shape or form. Well, another place to write yourself honest. Go ahead and write 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for, whether it be about the person, something you learned because of them, or some happy times that you had together. Are you happy and grateful for those few little times? Also, if you're not happy or grateful about any of that, are you grateful for the lessons you learned? Lessons you learned that if someone like that walks back in your life, you would know, nope, not for me. I'm grateful that I would know better. Yes, there's so many places you can be grateful. And our forgiveness journey gives us many, many reasons to be grateful. Our life is fuller when we have gratitude, both spiritually, mentally, and even physically. Our personality, we're less self-centered, we're more optimistic. Emotionally, we have more good feelings, we're more relaxed. And socially, people like us better. And our health improves. Yep, our health really does improve when we're grateful. We feel more energetic. We're able to get up, get going, and get some stuff done. because we're grateful for what we already have. We're less envious of others. Wouldn't that be great? Remember my Pinto car example? I loved my Pinto so much that literally if some Corvette would have pulled up next to me, I would have not even paid attention. I was so grateful for my little car. What are you grateful for now that you kind of like let slide? That you could like bring back that deep gratefulness for? Is it for parents? Is it for your children, your spouse? How about some really good friends? There's so many good reasons to be grateful. I'm so excited that I got to share what gratefulness means to me and how gratefulness can be a tool on your forgiveness journey. Please contact me and let me know about, one, your forgiveness journey, who you're trying to forgive, what you're trying to forgive, even if it's yourself. Let me know about that. I can hardly wait to hear your forgiveness journey. And if you'd like help with your forgiveness journey, I'm also available. Please get a hold of me at revmisty@outlook.com or on my website at revmisty.com. And please go on over to Amazon and type in The Forgiveness Solution, a step-by-step process to let it go. You can't miss the book. It's bright, it's purple and orange. It lets you know that forgiveness can be a bright, wonderful experience in your life. It's not something that has to be terrible. Forgiveness truly is something that can help you be more grateful in your life for your own personal strength. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you so much for joining me on the Forgiveness Solution podcast.
I wish you bluebirds in the spring to hear your song, a song to sing, and then a kiss more than this. I wish you love.